Good people. Not so good people. You can let us know which group you decide to place yourself in. It is your boy Cole McCain. I'm joined by a guy to playmaker. This is Monarchs of Wrestling. So we hitting y'all with a little something different today, but it's still gonna be the way we do things, just a little different. And kudos to AEW. They gave us some good wrestling, RASSLIN, on Sunday.
Good wrestling from the All Elite Wrestling. Good wrestling, good wrestling, good wrestling. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the same format as we normally do. It's just structured a little differently. So, as we always do, we like to start with NXT. So, on the NXT side, Mr. McCain, the biggest thing coming out of NXT from last week, your boy, Mike Santana.
That is actually no longer his name, sir.
Well, they ain't given his new name yet. I'm guessing
Yes,
that'll
they
be
have.
happening tomorrow. Oh, they have? Okay.
Yes, they have.
What is the new name, sir? Inform the masses.
Yeah, I got to relook it up. I just saw it earlier.
They could have kept Mike Santana. To be honest with you, WWE, y'all could have kept Mike Santana.
All right, his name is going to be Cruz Montana. CRUZ, Cruz Montana.
And this is why Cool McCain says you have to. That's why he called it a slave name. This is exactly why Cool McCain calls it a slave name.
Yep.
That's exactly why. You could have kept Mike Santana.
They weren't going to let him bring Mike Santana there. Now, maybe he could have been Cruz Santana if he wanted to, but he wasn't going to be Mike Santana. WWE doesn't own the rights to the intellectual rights to that.
Stop trying to own rights and stuff.
So what people got to realize is TKO has made them more greedy. So nobody's coming in with a name that they can keep no more. The last person that's ever going to do that is Cody Raheem Rhodes. It's the last one. They ain't letting nobody else.
That's just terrible. But that's the main storyline from NXT. Mike Santana show. And what would be if Mike Santana showed, then Cool McCain, you probably can guess what would be the biggest match from NXT.
I mean, obviously it had to be the championship match.
Round 2.
Half brother and
the Rock. Do you say half brother?
No, this Inuyasha's half brother. They both had the same demon dad. If you watch anime, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. You was really digging into this.
The man's name is Naraku.
I know that.
Naraku and Inuyasha. Then is Inuyasha's half brother with the one arm. They be slicing and dicing with the one arm. You know what I'm saying? The pretty boy.
He's really dove into this one. Head first.
Well, yes. Tony D'Angelo. You know what I'm saying?
Rocco Tony D'Angelo round 2 in a street fight. Tony D'Angelo wins, retains the title, and that's when Cruz Montana appeared in the crowd.
Yeah. Because they got to trademark you. You know what I'm saying? You can't come over the same stuff because they would be able to trademark you and make you theirs.
So
in the WWE plantation.
Just throwing that out there. So that's what you have there. So what is my main takeaway from NXT? The NXT title picture is getting hot. It's getting hot. They put that title on Tony D'Angelo, and all of a sudden it seems like, oh, we have challenges from all over the country coming, or from all over the world, shall I say, coming for Tony D'Angelo. Anything you want to add from NXT, sir?
I just want to thank NXT for continuing to bring us cakes. They brought some new original cakes this week, and thank you for that. There's never enough cakes So adding to the Kcation is definitely the right way to go.
Would you like to respond on that?
I would not, sir. I would
You,
not.
you
But I
don't
feel
want
like
to
my partner in crime can let people know what I'm talking about because I know that my partner in crime knows what I'm talking about.
Rena Varkan is who he's
Yes,
talking
sir.
about. Formerly known as Nikki Blackheart.
So she got her slave name too. See,
And she ended up squashing Skylar Ray in her debut match. That's just something. Oh man. But NXT, y'all doing something. Oh, side note. Speaking of cakes, Mr. McCain, Miss Parker got one on Natty.
I'm just saying. A lot of people got a lot of negative things to say about Jey Uso. Um, I want people to take a slight moment, first look at Miss Parker, and understand you would probably have done something similar. But also, when you're dealing with these relationships, somebody's been through similar situation. You can be done with one person, but you still haven't finalized a divorce, right? You're still in that, because different states have different rules. A lot of states there's a separation period. But if you know I don't want you and you don't want me, I'm not waiting for a separation period to move on to the next person. If you know what I'm saying, if I'm feeling somebody. So I think the story isn't being fair to Jay and Miss Parker because I feel like Jay would not have stepped to her and she would not have reciprocated him stepping to her if he was still involved at all besides name legally with his soon to be ex-wife. So I think y'all giving him a lot of strife without knowing or understanding the full story. I don't think it was, oh, I'm in love with her, and then I meet Miss Parker, and I just don't think about her no more, and I'm just off cheating, and she's at home crying because I'm not home and I'm out with Miss Parker. I don't think that was the situation at all. Based on everything that's out there. So understand things can work different ways to still get to the same result, and it's not necessarily anybody's done anything wrong. It's just that I don't want you, you don't want me. I found somebody I'm interested in. I know we done, even though we not legally done. We done. So I'm gonna move on to my happiness. So just want to throw it out there in regards to Miss Parker. And if you're gonna find somebody, Miss Parker's not a bad idea at all. But y'all shouldn't be getting at her because she wouldn't just go throw herself in no married man who living with his wife and everything's okay. You know what I'm saying? It takes time to undo a marriage. You don't just undo it one day, especially when there's a lot of finances and different stuff involved. But he ain't been seen with his wife for a minute, so I don't think she stole him. So y'all need to leave Miss Parker alone about that. Miss Parker just out here being fine and caked up.
I know this was where it was going, but
I just want to throw that out there. Hello, Yolanda. And then she says, that's stupid when you was already on NXT as Mike. WWE he got to have a slave name, Yolanda. Got to have a slave name.
anyway, Miss Parker got one on Natty. So it's 1-1. And crazy part is, Cool McCain,
Mm-hmm.
the hair helped out. That was unexpected.
Yep. That's what I'm
And
saying.
yeah,
If you cheated on her, then no go. But if they was about to be done already, then cool. That's what I'm saying. They probably was already about to be done because you ain't seen her. You ain't seen them out in a minute. I used to see Jay and his wife out all the time with his brothers and everybody. Gotta pay attention to details though, not what other people tell you, like the 4L network and these fake AI stuff that y'all be trusting. as a true source.
Things happen. But yes, those are my takeaways from NXT, the thing that you should know about. Mike Santana, now as Cruz Montana. WWE, I hate y'all right now. The fact I gotta call this man Cruz Montana is ridiculous. I'm with my code. You could have said Cruz Santana for all I care.
Or Mike, what's that new name? Mike Montana, double M Mike.
Hell no. No.
Mike Montana.
No. That is not happening. No.
M's on, and he had 2 M's on his shirt. Double M's.
No.
We even let him use the Monarchs of Wrestling colors for it. Mike Montana.
Terrible idea. Jeez.
Luckily, it was meant to be terrible. So
I know. Freaking Cruz Montana.
Mike.
That's the big storyline. Cruz Montana is in NXT. Match, of course, the championship match. It was round 2. Tony D'Angelo retains when Cruz Montana made his appearance through the crowd. And the NXT picture keeps getting hot for around that NXT championship. Tony D, you have no days off, sir.
I do want to say, at least he didn't have to defend his championship on another show 9 days after he won it. I do want to say that.
Fair enough.
Against an opponent that he didn't expect to have to fight. That's one. Just want to say that. Not a big Sami Zayn fan. Y'all know I was not pleased the whole entire time he was champion. But he is true. He is right. He is right. He was done wrong. He was done wrong. I think they're going to pay him off at WrestleMania.
No, Lord. And it is in Saudi Arabia, too.
Yeah, I think they're going to pay him off at WrestleMania. I think he's going to be a psycho killer Norman Bates until then. Then he's going to get there.
Oh, good gracious.
Everything going to be all right.
From NXT.
I don't want to be right, but I think I'm right.
From NXT to TNA. TNA kept it simple this past week. One of the main takeaways that I have is Nick Nemeth beat up his former protege, Casey Navarro, to retain the TNA World Championship.
I got to say, TNA does a masterful job of making the guy that you know going to lose look like he could have won, but he still lose. They do a very good job of that.
Another main takeaway, the TV title tournament first round. Elena Black defeated Wendy Chu. Jada Stone defeated Alicia Edwards. DL from NXT. And M by Elegance also advanced to the semifinals. So you, Elena Black, Jada Stone, Thea Hale, and M by Elegance in the semifinals of the TV title tournament, sir.
Man, it was interesting because you got the time limit draw, and then they had to continue the match for Elena Black and Wendy Chu, which was, interesting, to say the least.
They said we must have a winner.
Yeah, you have to have a winner. So, we also had Frankie Kazarian and AJ Francis beat Moose and Elijah in a tag team match. I want to say, like, my thing would be from TNA is like a twofold. They're definitely building up the tag team division. No disrespect, but the Hardys can only be champions for so long, y'all. and taking the belt off them for a few months and putting it on the system and then putting it back on them, it still feels like the same reign to me. So the Hardys can only be champions for so long. They are advanced in age. They got to do better in pushing younger tag team talent. There's a lot of tag team talent or guys that could be in tag teams in TNA. Let's start giving those guys a chance. And Nick Namath is a fighting champion. Got to give him that. If nothing else, he's a fighting champion. He's going to be defending that belt as much as Tony D'Angelo looked like. But he still got more than 9 days before his first defense. And he didn't have to fight an opponent he didn't know who it was. So, Sammy has some fairness in his complaints based on what's been going down.
I did not expect Cool McCain to be waving the Sami Zayn flag.
I mean, you got to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth. The truth must be told. The truth must be told. I will tell the truth. No lies, just the truth. It will be told.
Oh man! Out of the final four, which is the semifinals, who you got winning the TV title?
Who would people care the most about? Probably Atlanta Black.
Atlanta Black.
That's M by Elegance. Jada Stone, possibly. But I feel like in my mind, I see Atlanta Black. Never saw Alicia Edwards. Alicia Edwards need to go eat 2 sandwiches and 3 bags of chips and drink 2 32-ounce Cokes.
That was her first match since Bomba Glory, by the way.
And every time I see her, she looks smaller. That's not good. Just saying. It's not good.
All right. That would take care of the NXT portion of the show. We're going to take a break and come back. We have a pay-per-view to recap from All Elite Wrestling. If you're watching WWE and not repping your favorite superstar, what are you doing? T-shirts, championship hoodies, this is how you show who you ride with. Whether it's legends or the stars that are running it right now, it's all about representing your side. Hit the link in the description and shop official gear right now through WWE Shop. Every era, every superstar, every fan. Don't just watch. Represent.
Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
Ranked 11, by the way.
They could have been ranked third. It didn't matter. They were gonna get that. They're gonna get that work.
the WNBA,
She's up there, and I know some were saying that she is the GOAT. I'm not ready to do that yet.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Shooting lights out on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person. What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap.
Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points,
Yes, sir.
they were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC.
Vote feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
All right, we're back in the building.
Yep. By the way, bearing down the gridiron, a week from Wednesday returns. So August 5th, bearing down the gridiron, myself and Cole Johnson. And you'll see portions of Cooper Kane as well. You know, he gotta get his college football takes off too.
Yeah, I gotta shoot a few in there.
Matter of fact, he might be on the first episode because we previewing the ACC.
Well, probably will then, sir. Now that I know, yeah.
So yeah. Yes, those are new commercials. Those are definitely new commercials. All right, Mr. McCain, we have a pay-per-view to recap because All Elite Wrestling had redemption. Now, if you want to know the theme for today's episode here, or big opening bear, should I say, which I should have did at the top of the show, but I forgot. The month of August, Mr. McCain, is a big month in wrestling. Why do I say that? Because this weekend, which we'll preview later on, is SummerSlam, correct?
First I know. Like the old folks
And
say,
then
first.
at the end of August is All Elite, All in London. And why do I bring that up? Why do I make this the theme for today's show? Because what happened last night at Redemption sets up All In.
Yolanda asked what these new commercials, and then she said, see, I be paying attention, laugh out loud. I mean, that's a valid point. She wouldn't know they were new commercials. She wouldn't pay attention. It's a valid point.
So, Miss McCain, that's about everything that happened yesterday. Set up All In.
That was the whole purpose. That was the whole purpose. Did it well, too.
The conglomeration, they retained the trios title over the Lethal Twist.
That's a terrible name, but go ahead. That's a terrible name.
I mean, we got Cruz, Montana, and NXT.
Yeah, and we talked about what the name of the two guys are without Jay Lethal. That's worse.
That's sad. We had a 6-way ladder match for the AEW International Championship #1 contenders match. Speedball Mike Bailey is your #1 contender, sir.
Yeah, he is. Good for him. He's been sitting in the crowd pouting for 2 months, so good for him. See what happens when we wrestle instead of pouting the crowd, Speedball? Good things happen, brother. He was the former tag team partner of the Jet. And the Jet turned heel. So he was, I was just telling the people no.
The Young Bucks defeated Ospreay and Moxley in a tag team match. Keep that in mind. Kyle Fletcher successfully defended his international championship, which sets up Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey for that title. The Dolls beat Bang Bang Gang. Yep. Sir, I think this is one that you'll be proud of.
I mean,
Maya World defeated Hikaru Hoshida for the TBS championship on her birthday.
Well, technically, not her first day because she was in the finals of the tournament. So, technically not her first day, but
I said on her birthday. She won the title.
Oh, you said birthday. I thought you said first day. My fault. Because they were trying to make it out a different way than what it was. But yeah, I like Maya World. I like those cakes too, so all right with her. Yeah.
I ain't know Sheeta got put on some pounds.
Yeah, she did kick up a little bit too. For sure.
Cage and Cope defeated Castagnoli and Pat to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships. With that win, that sets them up with the Young Bucks at All In.
Yep.
Death Riders 0-2 so far.
Mm-hmm.
This is not going well for the Death Riders. 2 tag team matches and you lost both of them. Chris Jericho defeated the Monster Ciampa in a no holds bar match.
And not just Chris Jericho. Was it the Painmaker?
The Painmaker.
Yeah, the Painmaker, Chris Jericho. His NJPW persona.
They use a freaking I want to say screwdriver, but it's the mechanical one. Jeez. Mirrors. I'll tell you one thing. When All Elite wants to put on a brutal match, they definitely put on a brutal match. Jeez. Mm-hmm.
And we got some new champions.
That's crazy. The International Championship, Mark Davis defending against Andrade El Idolo. And you did say new champion. And you did say new champions, right?
I did. How you know?
Andrade El Idolo is the new international champion.
And I want to say, I feel bad for Andrade, even though he just won a championship. And you might say, "Who? What are you talking about?" They were celebrating like my man won the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. So that tells me he's going to be the champ for a while.
Speaking of
the World Heavyweight Championship picture.
Speaking of champions and new champions, Kuma Kane, we have our first women's Grand Slam champion in All Elite Wrestling. And who was that be playmaker? Willow Nightingale defeated Thakala for the AEW World Championship.
So we have Massive Cakes as our new champion. And you know what? I'm not mad about it. We should just call it Happy Cakes.
You know what the kicker is? She bit it with the black slide.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she did.
That's a simple black slide pin for the win. After getting spear. By the way, Thekla has a hell of a spear. Good gracious. I thought I'd seen some spears by winning my days. Thekla probably might be up there with Zarya right about now.
Yeah. And then
the main event of the evening, the AEW World Championship. The TNT champion, the Jet Kevin Knight, trying to become a double champion when he takes on the reigning AEW World Champion, Kenny.
Well, like he like to call it Jet 2 belts.
Unfortunately, there will be no Jet 2 belts at this moment in time because Kenny Omega survived that brutal fight. And it was a fight. But after the match, the Death Rider showed up. They was beating up on Kenny Omega, softening him up. Why they was softening up Kenny Omega? Is John Moxley going back for the time? No, not John Moxley, ladies and gentlemen. Kuma Kane who would be challenging Kenny Omega for that title?
That would be one William Ospreay, bruv.
And as the Death Riders was beating up on the world champion, and they was finna do their signature takeout, should I say? Will Ospreay came to the rescue of Kenny Omega. Don't do it. I want Kenny Omega at his best for All In. Want him at his best for All In. Okay. Well, you try to, get Will Ospreay's out of the way so Castagnoli can do what he's supposed to be doing and take out Omega. Will Ospreay, he knows the game plan. I mean, he been with y'all for like what, some months. He knows the playbook. He knows the game plan. He said no. He took the shot out of Kenny Omega and used it to get the Death Riders out of the ring. John Moxley enters the ring, gives him the bag. You know what the bag means.
I do. But things went a little different this time.
Will rips the bag up, tosses it down, looks at John Moxley, punches him up the ring. Maria Shafir flies up the ring over the top rope. Daniel Garcia, Will New to join her over the top ropes. Castagnoli joins them as well. And what did he hit Pac with? Because Pac was done.
I'd rather talk about what he did to his tights.
I ain't see that part.
He ripped his Death Riders patch off and threw it.
Oh, I didn't see that part. He hit Pac, and Pat was laid out cold.
He probably gave him a hidden blade.
He gave him a hidden blade. Gave him a hidden blade. He grabbed the AEW championship. Kenny Omega stands up. Hell holds the championship out. They shake hands. They go to the top ropes. They celebrate. And let's just say Kenny Omega struck first, Cobra Kane.
One Wing Angel.
Kenny Omega struck first.
Yeah, that One Wing Angel was devastating. But you know what? You got to prepare yourself. You should have known it would come.
So my biggest takeaway from the pay-per-view, we setting up All In London. A lot of matches that took place set the card up. Edge and Kobe be facing the Young Bucks. Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay for the AEW World Championship. Will Nightingale becomes the first woman in AEW to become a Grand Slam champion. Anything you would like to add, Mr. McCain?
Not really. Like I said, good job AEW on really continuing a lot of storylines. We knew that the Jet was not going to beat Kenny Omega, right? We looking at the last run of the belt, the best bout machine. But I would like for us to answer Miss Yolana's question. She says, and I quote, "What y'all think of Cage and Colt being champs? Since y'all was talking about the Hardys being champs and old." So I'll say this. When I look at Cage and Colt, this is two different things. Christian Cage does not look like him and Adam Copeland the same age. Adam Copeland looks like he is Christian Cage's great uncle. So
wow.
I would say that obviously they're older tag team too, but I feel like they haven't had the belts for like 10 out of the last 13 months. You know, I feel like when you get the older tag teams, let's let them have one more great run. and then let's just kind of move them out the pasture, so to speak. But I feel like with TNA, the Hardys, TNA just like, oh, nobody cares about the tag team championships. Put them on the Hardys. The Hardys go out there and drag their have dead carcasses to the ring and the belts and everything, and then just keep them and just keep them and just keep them and just keep them, and then they lose them for a little bit and they get them right back. And it's like, bro, what was the point of having this whole thing with the Righteous? The Righteous weren't going to win the belts off the Hardys in the end, because the Righteous don't win, everyone loses. But I say that to say, Cage and Cope as a duo are old, but that's because one half looks really old. And I think that if it's one run and then they're done or they don't get the belts again, that's kind of what I expect from the OGs. My thing is the Hardys are just repeat champs. It's like, bro, y'all gonna be 45-time champs with 20 of them being the TNA Tag Team Championships at the end of your career. What are we doing? If you look at Edge and tell me he don't look a lot older, like it's a difference, bro. It's a difference.
That man said grand old Uncle Day.
He's like his great uncle. Not his uncle's great.
Oh man. It. That was funny. I can't lie. I ain't expect that one. I mean, at this moment in time, as I said, when it comes to AEW, we kind of at a crossroads. Because
thank you.
Because Cool McCain, he feels the way he feels about Edge and Cope, even though he's not displaying that on today's episode. And he feels some type of way about the Young Bucks. So it's pretty much as, do you want to keep ties on Cage and Cope for one last run, or do we go back to the Young Bucks controlling the titles as we currently sit?
Or let's have an option C. Some different tag teams. Let's get another run out of Brodito. Brody Lee and Bandito. That was a good run. Some other tag teams. Private Party somewhere out there. I know we almost forgot about them because we see them in shots. They had 2 or 3 good matches, then they disappear for another 5 months. Bang Bang Gang got like 30 people. I mean, we should be able to make some tag teams from there. Like, we have so many other tag teams that I feel like we lose when we have these matches like Cage and Cope against the Young Bucks. Because if Cage and Cope win, we're good. If the Young Bucks win, then we got to go a few more months before they can lose. We can't grow the tag team division if we're talking about FTR, Young Bucks, Cage and Cope. These are the elder teams. And it's okay for them to win matches. It's fine for them to have championships. But in between those, we need to start spacing and getting some young teams in there. That's what I'm saying. But we're in the midst of that. We are at the end with the Hardys, and they still win the championships every other time. Lose, somebody else have them win.
That's where I sit when it comes to Cage and Cope being tag team champions. We're literally at a crossroads now because they facing the Young Bucks next. That's where we at. So, commercial break, come back. WWE preparing for SummerSlam.
WWE. Just don't know what to do with y'all guys.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
NFL Underground, if number 99 says I'm coming back for one more year.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
We back.
We're back and we're moving towards World Wrestling Entertainment. We're not at SummerSlam yet. Just Raw and SmackDown. From Raw. I hate to be obvious, cool, but if we're going to talk about storyline-wise, that's the biggest takeaway. It's the bloodline. Why the bloodline? Well, to begin with, Solo Sikoa, who is not on Raw, by the way, showed up on Raw and called Seth Rollins out. Why did he call Seth Rollins out? Because he wants to play the role of Seth Rollins, and when he was
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
Shield. Let's begin there, Kuma Kane. Solo Sikoa wants to be the Shield for Seth Rollins.
You got to hate your family a lot to want to cost your cousin championship. You got to hate your family a lot. I don't know what they did to Solo, but Solo do not like them cats. And I like it. I don't think Seth's going to agree, but I like it. And whether he agrees or not, Solo's going to get himself involved in the match because he just does not like his cousins that much and his brothers. We're going to see Royce Keys involved in that as well. And, of course, L.A. Knight.
Perfect transition, Mr. McCain, because the main event of that one, and which would be the biggest match from Monday Night Raw, was L.A. Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Before the match, L.A. Knight cut a promo. What do you think of the promo for Mr. Knight?
Promo work for L.A. Knight is always really good. He's got more passion in his promos now. I think he's kind of hit that groove. Like all of his promos now are good. Like when I see him coming out with his little jacket on, his tight pants and his Timbs, his little vest, I'm like, all right, he about to hit us with a serious promo. Before I kind of was like, Let's see what we're gonna give him LA Knight. But I feel like he got the main event aura now. If he was Bruce Leroy, he would have that glow. So we're gonna see what they do with the glow.
It was pretty funny too.
You didn't expect that either, did you, sir?
What I didn't expect is that him call Jacob Fatu's music a Mortal Kombat theme.
Didn't lie.
He gonna come out with his Mortal Kombat theme. He gonna give you the shakes. I was like, okay, LA Knight on one.
Accurate as a motherfucker too.
LA Knight was on one. Okay. LA Knight was on one. But you still had the match with Jacob Fatu. Well, by the way, if he could get his hands on Seth Rollins that night, he would have. But the Tribal Chief told the Bloodline, don't touch him. Save him for something fun for me. Don't touch him.
So when you see a dominant performance by one group and there's going to be a match, history tells us they might be in trouble. But see, here's the problem. We do these shows on Monday, good people. So it all depends on who gets the upper hand tonight. That's going to tell us who's going to win.
In that main event last night, Worst Key was out there. Solo was out there. The Usos came, well, I should say Jimmy was out there. A returning Jey Uso popped up.
Yeeting all over the place.
Everything went crazy. And Jacob Fatu defeated LA Knight.
Yeah.
But I have an interesting question that I saw post that I came about from doing my research. You know how I like to do research, sir. There's a question. This goes for Roman Reigns, the entire bloodline. They supposed to be heels. And the fans don't give a crap.
So what have they done heelish? This is what I want people to do. This is what I want people to understand. What have they done heelish? Like, what have they done truly heelish?
Because to me, they haven't done nothing heelish. They don't even interfere in Roman Reigns matches. Roman Reigns won his match by himself, which a lot of people say he couldn't do.
So why are they considered heels?
I'm guessing because people feel like they are really acting like themselves, and it's supposed to be towards a heelish type thing. Roman Reigns is being Roman Reigns. Like,
clarify something for y'all. They're not heels. This is a term that y'all don't use enough. They're tweeners. I'm gonna spell that out for you. Tweeners. TWEENERS. Give a quick definition of what a tweener is. They're not good guys because they will do dastardly deeds, like take a fan of wrestling, yank him over the border, and kick his hind parts, and leave him in the ring, getting 2 Samoan splashes. But they don't have to interfere in each other's matches. They don't use nefarious means to win. So they do have some heelish qualities, but they're not heels. So when the IWC likes to, they're a heel or they're a face, some of these people are actually tweeners. So IWC, please, for your boys on the Monarchs of Wrestling, add the word tweener into your vocabulary. We would greatly appreciate it. We would. Then you have somewhere to put the bloodline that's more accurate.
I agree 1,000,000%. So, they're tweeners. They're not good guys. They're not bad guys. They're just there to do their job and react with however the crowd reacts to them. Which most of the time, it's cheers. Because the fans They love the bloodline. They love Roman Reigns. They love Team with Jey Uso. And they are starting to get behind Jimmy Uso as well. But it's probably something Mr. McCain didn't see coming when it came to Big Jim.
It's not that I didn't see it coming with Big Jim. It's that they weren't trying to do it, but they wanted to shove him down my face like they were doing it. I'm not going to have that. We're not doing that ever, WWE. If you want me to believe a guy can wrestle, this is how you do. If you want me to believe a guy can actually hold a championship. At this point, I'd rather Big Jim have had a championship over Sami Zayn.
Hey, can Big Jim get the Intercontinental or the U.S. title by now? Jeez.
I mean, let's talk about it. You're not taking it off Trick Williams and put it on Big Jim. We're not doing it.
All I'm saying is Big Jim's the only one in the group that has not had a solo title.
They might get the Intercontinental Championship once Chad Gable get it.
Yeah.
And have him a little run. Because we know we in Minnesota. Let's be clear. If Chad Gable does not win that title now, he might as well just request his release.
Just throwing it out there, you know. That's the Raw side of it. Anything you want to add from Raw before I move on? So
Raw was his long form disappointing self as usual.
So yeah, takeaway, bloodline, big match, Jacob Fatu defeating LA Knight. Takeaway, the bloodline is just the bloodline. They're not heels, they're not face. What's the word they are? Tweeners.
And for those of you who have trouble with spelling, I'm going to help you out one last time. Capital T, WEENERS. Tweeners. And that's a wrestling folk word. Really means in-betweeners.
And to go along with my biggest takeaway from Raw, Solo Sikoa is out to get his own family. It'll be funny. It's the whole thing's a swerve.
My biggest takeaway is Royce Keys is actually being used, and that's a win.
He is being featured on both shows, by the way. And we move to SmackDown. As we move to SmackDown, takeaway is we getting ready for SummerSlam. SmackDown was more like getting ready for SummerSlam than Monday Night Raw. Even though Raw was trying to get ready for SummerSlam, SmackDown felt more like getting ready for SummerSlam.
Raw couldn't get stay out of his own way as usual. But that's a story for another day.
I don't have a... No, actually I do. I have a couple of matches because we are in the midst of the interim WWE Women's Championship because Rhea Ripley is out. So, Mr. McCain, Chelsea Green enters the ladder match after defeating Kiana James.
Good for Chelsea.
And Charlotte Flair is in the ladder match after beating Nia Jax in a similar fashion with Jade Cargill defeated Nia Jax the previous week by disqualification. So you know what, Dirty? I'm gonna give you a reprieve on that. I probably can't get my one-on-one match, but you did put both ladies in the ladder match, so I can give you some credit for that. I give you some credit for that. Now, will either one of the two ladies win it?
They shouldn't.
That's a hard one, though. So we just throw that out there. Also, as we get ready for SummerSlam, we had a fatal 4-way to be in the number one contenders match. I'm gonna say that again. We had a fatal 4-way to determine who would be in the number one contenders match at SummerSlam. Yeah, it still doesn't make sense to me, even though I said it twice. And I know it don't make sense to my co-host. But it's the type of thing WWE does. The winner of this Fatal 4 will face Sami Zayn at SummerSlam for the number 1 contender spot. So that promo that my co-host was referring to earlier from Sami Zayn, it led to that.
I do also want to say Kenny Omega didn't have to defend his championship 9 days after he won it on Collision, which is not Dynamite, against an opponent that he was not prepared for either.
You just stacking up the tally marks for Sami Zayn, ain't you?
I'm just, these are all facts. None of this is opinion. None of this is IWC backwater AI chatter. This is all facts. I'm just.
That's what I said. That's what I say. You just tallying up the tallies, ain't you? Oh, yep. That's one for Sammy. That's another one for Sammy.
Yep. He's telling the truth.
I ain't say he was lying.
We don't want to hear it from Sammy, but he's telling the truth.
So now the competitors in this match didn't make sense outside of Finn Balor. Wars Keys was in this match. He already has a match at SummerSlam. Damian Priest, he's the tag team champion.
That's true as well.
Trick Williams, he's the United States champion, and he has a match at SummerSlam. As a result of what happened in this match. So Finn Balor wins. So it's Finn Balor. Finn Balor's going to SummerSlam. Like I said, we're getting ready for SummerSlam. SmackDown did a better job getting ready for SummerSlam than Raw did. Even though this match didn't make sense, they still was getting ready for SummerSlam. And finally, sir, and I'll throw this to you. It is official. Gunther, well, no, not finally. I got one more thing from SmackDown, but Gunther and Nick Aldis, they signed the contracts, which means, first and foremost, before Kuma King goes, Nick Aldis is no longer the SmackDown GM. Go ahead, sir.
So, the whole thing is weird because it feels like he's not the GM on one hand for the match, which makes sense. But then on another hand, it feels like he's not going to be the GM anymore, which doesn't make sense. The announcers were saying basically he wouldn't be the GM until after he wouldn't be back to being the GM until after SummerSlam. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. I think he definitely should be in the ring in WWE a couple times, but I don't think he should be a everyday competitor. I think, him getting this match, showing who he is, then I'd love to see him just go back to being a GM. But we'll see how they do with it, because one thing we know about WWE, if they know what you want, they're going to say, oh, we can't have what you want. We got to do something stupid and different. So, there's that.
Yeah, the commentators say one thing, Adam Pearce said another thing, because Adam Pearce said, if you sign this contract, Nick, you relinquish all GM responsibilities.
But he didn't say forever. He just said GM responsibilities. That's what you got to pay attention to.
So,
because you can't be getting ready to get in a match and be GM.
Yeah.
But will you still be GM when the match is over? That's the thing, and we don't know.
That's the confusion part.
That's because they stink.
Sometimes when you try to be mysterious WWE, you do it at the wrong time.
Oftentimes when you try to be mysterious WWE, you do it wrong.
See, you're mysterious when you shouldn't be mysterious, and you don't be mysterious when you should be mysterious. Next time, just do the opposite. And you get the right order.
Just hit your $5 down before we make change. How about you do that for now?
And finally, we had a promo battle between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. No fisticuffs, no raising voices. Two gentlemen talking it out for what they like to say the richest prize in wrestling. So, Miss McCain, you have to hear from CM Punk and Cody Rhodes face to face.
Whoever wrote the stuff for the segment or guided them in a direction, thank you. I was tired of two guys playing nice with each other and little brother, and no, you're not my big brother, and you're my friend, but I'm mad at you. Only one. What they say in what they say in Highlander in the end, there can only be one. Somebody getting their head chopped off. Who's it gonna be? Now we're starting to see them understand somebody getting their head chopped off. And of course, I mean figuratively, not literally. But it's happening. And it's exciting for me to see the progression toward that happening.
What's the saying? There's no friendship when the title's on the line. This is where we're at.
Well, after the match, they'll kiss and make up.
Will they though?
Yeah, they will.
I'm not so sure about that.
They will. They'll probably be tag team champions in a few weeks.
Oh Lord, that'd be terrible. That'd be freaking terrible.
I mean, it's already been foreshadowed.
So my takeaway from SmackDown: getting ready for SummerSlam. There was no big match takeaway. We just getting ready for SummerSlam. So, do you have one commercial break in you before we hit the main event?
If you want to have a commercial break, sir, we always keep a couple of things in the old hats. Let's get it. So we got a couple of comments here too.
Go for it.
Yolanda says Solo is hilarious. Not gonna argue that. Yolanda says they took long enough to give someone an opportunity to be champ while she's gone. Of course, referring to Rhea Ripley. It's interesting since you brought that up. My takeaway from SmackDown is going to be, if you're Rhea and you get hurt, there's an interim champion, and then you get to come back and defend your belt. I recall some years ago when we first had the Universal Championship, and a gentleman by the name of Finn Balor got hurt. He had to relinquish his championship. And I want to say what happened in between then is there was this upstart company called All Elite Wrestling. And when their champions get hurt, they didn't do no tomfoolery of stripping them. You're still a champ because ain't nobody beat you. We're gonna have an interim champ. And listen, this is gonna sound very familiar to those of you who only watch WWE. This is gonna sound very familiar. When you come back, you fight for who's the undisputed champ. So this was started back in the Tornado Hurricanes of Powder. And now WWE has adopted it. Throw it out there. Yana says they're going to give the title back to Cody, and I don't like that.
You ain't the only one.
I feel like that's the most trash route to go. So I feel like TKO is going to do it because they feel like he'll make more money for him as a champ. If I'm CM Punk, I'm ready to retire. I'm tired of being the champ and holding the champ for somebody else, the belt for somebody else.
All right. Take comment down. Kuma King. WWE did us a favor today. Now, Kuma King probably give me what do you mean by WWE did us a favor today? Well, this morning, while watching Get Up, Joe Testato made his appearance. And he was there for one reason and one reason only. We have the order for the matches. I won't say order, but we have the cards for night 1 and night 2.
Oh, fantastic.
So, night 1, Saturday, August 1st, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, 6 p.m. both nights. 6 p.m. Pre-shows at 3 p.m. both days. Why do we have a 3-hour pre-show both days? I don't know why. You can do an hour and a half and be done with it. But here are the matches for night 1, Miss McCain, on Saturday. Femi and Brock Lesnar inside Hell in a Cell. We have a 6-woman tag team match because on Friday, Nikki Bella returned. The Bella Twins and Paige takes on Fatal Influence. Gunther and Nick Aldis would be Saturday night. This 6-man tag team match with the Bloodline going against LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Ross Keys would be Saturday. The Women's World Champion between Io Sky and Liv Morgan, and obviously the undisputed WWE Champion, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. That's night 1 for you, Mr. McKay.
Okay.
Obviously, I believe I speak for both of us. We are taking over Femi to win Hell in a Cell. The Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence, Mr. McKay.
Bella Twins and Paige because there ain't gonna be no championships on the line.
I'm going that route too. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. I'm going Gunther. I thought about picking Nick Aldis, but I'm like, no.
I'm gonna go Nick Aldis.
Okay. Bloodline versus LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Ross Keys, Mr. McKay.
So here's the thing. I'm hedging bets, but I'm hedging bets based off of the storyline. If it's the 3-on-3, I think Solo's team wins with Royce Keys and LA Knight because there's no point in them being there if they can't win at all. If there's help, then I will go the other way.
I'm going to go LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys because I think they want to set up LA Knight and Roman Reigns before Roman Reigns has to deal with old Finney down the road. You can't do that if LA Knight's team loses. Round 2, Liv Morgan, Io Sky. This one is for the championship. As currently 6, Liv Morgan is still cursed, so I'm going to Io Sky.
Absolutely. Yes, that's.
If somehow the curse is lifted between now and Saturday, we're going to go Liv Morgan. But for right now, she's still cursed. We're going to Io Sky.
Facts. On facts, on facts.
And then the main event of night 1, undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk Kumike.
Like Yolanda said, picking Cody, but I so hope I'm wrong. I so want to be wrong.
I'm going CM Punk.
I want CM Punk to win.
I'm going.
I just got this sinking feeling.
I'll do it. I'm going CM Punk. I'll do it. As I say, I'll take one for the team. I'm going CM Punk.
So I just want to say, if I'm wrong in this one, this will be the happiest wrong I've been in the last few months. But it feels like a setup for Raheem to get the belt back. They're going to try and make him, I guess, a 20-time champ by the time he retires in 3 years. Don't get me started.
Sunday, August 2nd. Intercontinental Championship, Chad Gable versus Penta. Give me Chad Gable.
Chad Gable.
If Brock Lesnar's going to lose in his hometown, damn it, Chad Gable better win in his hometown.
If Chad Gable does not win this match, quit, Chad Gable. Quit. They are playing with you. They have no plans for you. They don't even respect your redemption arc. Get up out of there.
Ms. McCain, number 1 contenders match for the undisputed title. Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor.
Finn Balor.
I got a hard one here. I would do want to pick Finn Balor.
Finn Balor.
But with me picking CM Punk, I think Sami Zayn might escape this one. Give me Sami Zayn. I'm taking Sami Zayn. I think I'm be wrong on this one, but something inside me says Sami Zayn might win this one.
Sometimes he says he might win too. And it came out my backside, and I felt better. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding.
Danhausen versus Dirty Dom.
Danhausen is undefeated.
He better stay undefeated too.
He's gonna stay undefeated. We're gonna call him Dan. We're gonna call him Dan Goldhausen. The streak.
United States Championship, Baron Corbin versus Chick Williams. I'm gonna let Kuba Kane make that pick for us.
Whoop that trick. And Baron Corbin is that trick.
Interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match. We still got one spot remaining. I believe that spot probably will be filled tonight on Raw. But right now we have Jade Cargill, we have Charlotte Flair, we have Chelsea Green, we have Tiffany Stratton. I'm missing somebody. I don't know who I'm missing.
Let's see if we can find out.
I'm missing somebody. There's only one spot left. I know that.
Wait, hold on. My thing's going slow, but I'm almost there. Come on. You ain't gotta go that slow. No, that's it.
No, that's
There's
it.
one more person.
They don't. They're supposed to be
Yeah.
6. They doing 5. Okay. Oh, they're just doing that to keep it down. Okay. Oh, I don't like needing them options, to be honest. So whoever
It's
that
got
other
to be
person is,
whoever. It's probably going to be them, yeah. Because
as a matter of
Chelsea
fact,
is definitely not going to win.
as a matter of fact, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I might have an idea who that other person is. Matter of fact,
It's Lash and somebody in the match tonight, ain't it?
I think it's AJ Lee.
I think Lash. I think they already set the match up. Let me see.
I think AJ Lee is going to be put into this match, and AJ Lee wins the title.
I don't think so.
That's what I'm thinking. Remember, we haven't seen AJ Lee. We haven't seen AJ Lee since Backlash. No, WrestleMania when she. We haven't seen AJ Lee since WrestleMania. I'm thinking AJ Lee. If AJ Lee's in this match, that's my pick.
I don't think she's going to be in this match.
I'm taking whoever the mystery person is. That's what I'm taking.
Trying to remember one of these shows. It might be SmackDown. It's gonna have to be SmackDown.
Maybe. But I'm taking the mystery person. That's what I'm taking.
It's Lash Legend and Julia. I think it's the winner of that match. Whoever wins between Lash Legend and Julia, I think that's who's going to be the interim champion.
That's interesting.
Because I don't like any of the other options.
He's taking a winner of Lash Legend Jr. I'm taking the mystery person. They adding a 6th person into that match because I know they say it's 6.
All right. There's a question that's been posed, and Playmaker's already answered the question. He says, "So y'all think coming back at SummerSlam? They usually have one. Playmaker has chosen AJ Lee."
AJ Lee / mystery person for that match.
I mean, she said pick a person. She said no mystery person.
I say for that match.
But I mean, it had to be a comeback because she ain't been there since WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
So it would be a comeback.
But
I don't know how it would work, but it'd be nice to see AJ Styles come back. Not like in a wrestling capacity, but as part of the show.
And then the main event of SummerSlam. World Heavyweight Championship match. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. I'll make it simple for you.
I think you can choose for both of us. Yeah.
The Tribal Chief is still the world champion. And he finally beats Seth Rollins. And that is our main event of the show. Final bell before we get out of here. Monday Night Raw tonight. Roman Reigns is in the building. Brock Lesnar, Over Fame will be facing off one more time. It is gonna be interesting of how.
Ooh, Yolanda. Me like I'm bouncy. Hold on. Yolanda, just pull the idea out. So what if QB1 is right there about to do QB1 things? And then I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me.
I don't mind
And
Drew
that
McIntyre.
distraction.
I don't mind Drew McIntyre either.
And that distraction gets Cody put to sleep. 1, 2, 3 with a GTS. Yolanda, I like it. Stephanie Vakir. That's a good one too, because I think she's cleared. Drew too. I think Drew just chilling. I think Drew just like, yo, I'd be good to like Royal Rumble, and I could be a secret entrance. Go home and hang out with my hot wife overseas. Scotland. So yeah. Those are good ones, Yolanda. I like all three of those as good possibilities. Honestly, I like those better than my own choice.
Can't argue with that. But we're done.
Can I just take one more? Can I take one more quick shot? I like that better than my own choice because just like Ethan Page, I have no ego either.
Let's get us out of here.
Good people. We will be back next week. I think I kind of like Playmaker, moving us forward a little bit. I like it. But for your boy Cool McCain, it's that guy over there, the Playmaker. Make sure point right. Remember, it is never where you start; it's always where you finish. And also check on your friends that are depressed. They need somebody to talk to. Keep it above. You know what I mean? See y'all back next week. And hopefully I have a little bit more energy. It's been a rough day. But we in here. And we them ones. So y'all can acknowledge us.